I can't believe this is happening. In 2020, we're still fighting to be recognized. Clicks, like what's on? Hi guys, it's Pamela Naturals and I've just caught wind of this super controversial ad by Clicks SA. I'm a little bit late to the party because I think it's been happening for a few days. But I've just, discovered it. So if you don't know, Clicks released an ad on their website a few days ago depicting very different kinds of hair and pretty much described a white person's hair as being fine and normal, and the hair of a black person or an African person being damaged and frizzy, and dull. And I am in shock. It's like 2 steps forward and 2 steps backward. We're here like producing content, love your hair, take care of your hair. And we're against, it's like the odds are against us because, what exactly does this mean? I am getting ahead of myself, but anyway, they have apologized. They've come out and said in a statement, we recognize we have a role to play in creating more diverse and inclusive South Africa, starting with our website content, etc. So the CEO has actually come out and done an interview saying that Tresemme is actually responsible for that ad and that Clicks didn't actually put the ad out there themselves. I don't even know what to think, what to say. How can you, first of all, let's start by talking about the comparison. You can't compare an African person's hair to a white person's hair. They're different. It's like comparing an apple and an orange. They're both fruits, but they're very different. Please don't compare these 2 people or these 2 types of hairs because it's incomparable. Second of all, are you sort of not just aware that Afro hair has it's frizzy, and you can't really tell from the picture if it's actually damaged? Are you just saying that Afro hair in general is damaged and dry and frizzy and whatever else you say? Like, what does that mean? And your apology, how are people supposed to interpret an apology from Clicks? Is it like, are you apologizing for putting an ad out there or for allowing an ad like that to be put out there? Or you are apologizing for being prejudiced? Tresemme, whoever is responsible, are you apologizing for being racist? Like, what is this? I can't actually accept an apology because for people in this era, in this season we're in, guys, you can't put out an ad saying that Afro hair is not beautiful. Like, an entire nation has been born, to empower a black woman. And there's many, and not just a black woman, black people in general. And there's many, many things that we fight against. There's so many battles that an African person has to deal with. And I just feel like this is unnecessary and that we should be really moving forward. I understand Tresemme is responsible, even though Clicks should know what they're putting on their website. Who is the marketing person? Who's the marketing manager? They should go. And actually I think they have, because I've read just now that I think they've resigned, the marketing executive or something like that, and a few other individuals that were involved have been suspended, which is good because it also sort of gets me thinking about another topic that's probably actually quite important. How much representation of Africans is in that team? Are black people really represented in that team? Because if an African person, or if I was on that team, I would throw a tantrum. I would roll on the floor before that ad goes out, it's really unsettling and uncomfortable. You know, I'm thinking about the young girls that are here, born into a world where by default you're just born fighting to be recognized, fighting to be seen, or to be, you know, regarded as a normal person like everybody else. You know, I'm in Australia, and you can't actually just walk into a salon and say, can you do my hair? Yeah, I've walked in salons before, and they just go straight out, sorry, we don't do your kind of hair. Like straight up, you know? And guys, you can talk about being like we're not represented in many industries, but to me, this is like, you're not even recognized. Like you're not even, like the thought of you, it doesn't exist. Like we actually don't even bother to include you in this or in your hair. Like, yeah, which is super sad, you know. And I can understand South Africans are angry. I'm not South African, but I'm an African woman, and I am angry. I'm standing with you. I'm standing with us, you know? There's only so much any human being or any race can take. And I can understand that people's anger might be misplaced, because now, you know, people are resorting to, you know, violence and damaging things in click stores and things like that. And look, it's the wrong way to deal with things, but people are tired. Yeah, I just thought I'll come out here and talk about this issue. And, you know, as Africans, we need to learn to actually support each other. The older I get and the more I know and understand about what's happening in the world, what has happened in the past, the more I know we might never get to a place where someone like other races see us as part of humanity. And that's why we need to learn to stick together. There's Black women out here doing skincare products, hair products, opening businesses, and you fail to support them. What you don't realize is that when we don't support each other, we are actually hindering our own progress. I can't even talk. When we don't support our fellow sisters and brothers that are coming up with ideas and businesses, entrepreneurs, we're actually keeping our own selves down. Because when one person makes it, we all make it, you know, and we need to stick together and support each other. Go out there and support Black businesses, Black owned businesses. You know, it's not, I mean, it's questionable. If someone who doesn't have my hair, for example, makes a product that is meant for my hair, I mean, it might work. And yes, maybe they've done some research, but to have products that are made by Afro women or men for Africans, that says something. You have my hair, you understand my struggle, you put more care in that, you know? And we've got this huge hype. I was just reading the other day, I think there's an article that came out some time back sort of saying 90%, some research was done, and about 90% of hair products that are aimed at Black women actually have toxic chemicals in them. We're out here doing DIY detanglers and leave-in conditioners and masks. And that's the way to go. As much as possible, keep it toxic free. You know, and just take care of each other. If someone's coming up with something, learn to support, guys. And if anything, really, Clicks probably has the majority of its customers as Black people. Like most of its customers will be Black. So to put such little effort or concern with regards to your advert, you know, it really baffles me, and it really doesn't sit well in my spirit, you know. It just makes you question everything. Like, what exactly is safe, like who exactly means well. No one has the right to tell someone else that they're not beautiful or your hair is not beautiful, whatnot. Like, who gives you that power? Who gives you that power? I just want a time where I can just walk out and not get uncomfortable because someone thinks something about me is abnormal. Guys, my hair is normal. My frizzy, dark, kinky, coily, curly, tangled hair is normal and it's beautiful. Like, get that. It's just as easy as that. And African women, learn to love yourselves. Learn to love yourselves and your sisters and your husbands and family. African people, learn to love yourselves. That's where I'm getting at. Because if you don't love yourself, someone else can't love you. And if you can't love yourself or respect yourself, no one else will. We need to find that inner strength and that self-love, because it's crucial. You know, it's crucial to our well-being. I mean, people don't understand. If you're if you're non-black, like if you're white or another race, you might actually be in a position of privilege and you probably don't understand the struggles or think that maybe we're being petty or picking. It can be very mentally draining to have all sorts of negativity about your race or your hair or your skin or your accent or your body structure, like all the time. Like there's something just sort of saying that you're not enough, you're not good enough, you're not it, and you're supposed to look lighter or have straight hair or non-frizzy hair. Like, I actually love my frizzy hair. Take a seat. I actually love my frizzy hair. So if you're white out there and you've got black friends, understand your privilege and just support your African friends. You know, there's so much fight that we're just trying to be recognized as being human. It's almost like Earth is not a place where we're supposed to exist. And who are you to say that? Like, guys. Anyway, I don't normally make, unplanned videos like this one, but I just had to come up here and say, I've always said, that's why, I've always said, it's not just about hair. I know it's just hair, as in it can grow back and, you can cut it off and it's back, but it's not just hair, because it's actually a fight for recognition. It's a fight for representation. It's a fight for that young girl that might be told that she's not good enough or that she's not pretty enough. And I'm blessed to hear it from the Creator himself. And yeah, nothing speaks to me more than to hear it from God himself, who is your Creator. You need to find your strength within yourself and also in God, who created you exactly the way you are. And I'm going to leave this verse with you because I feel like, actually, whether you're black or white, always get your perspective of yourself from your Creator, because he knows you best. He knows the number of hairs on your head. He knows the number of hairs on that nappy head of yours. He knows the number of hairs on that kinky, coily, dull, frizzy, whatever else people have to say. He knows the number of those hairs. That damaged hair, he knows the number. That's a love that is complete. And I don't need any other voice in my head telling me otherwise. It's not worth it. Don't even attempt it, because I might slap someone in the face. Like, I'm getting emotional because this is important to me and to my people. And if I ever have a daughter, she needs to know. She needs to know she's beautiful. Let me read from the Bible, guys. I will praise you, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are your works, and that my soul knows well. That is the only perspective of beauty that I'm going to accept. Anybody that thinks otherwise, get lost. Yeah, get lost. Like, this is a different season, and it's a different time for Black people. And we actually need to stand with each other if we're ever going to conquer and if we're ever going to see any kind of change. The self-hate, wanting to look like something else or be something else or be someone else, or wanting to be associated with a different group because your people aren't really recognized. Like, learn to sit in your struggle and just fight. All right, so this is my reaction to the Clicks controversial ad. I want to hear what your reaction is. Most of my viewers are actually South African, and that's why I felt compelled to do this video. I want to hear from you. Comment below, let me know how this has affected you. Have you heard of it? You know, what's the situation in SA? You know, how are people taking it? I was listening to a business owner, I think the owner of Afro Botanics, I believe. Afro Botanics. I'll put a link below. Support her. But she actually has a line in Clicks, and she cried. She cried when she saw the ad, and she's worked with Clicks for a while, and she was struggling to try and understand that. And I would feel really lost and confused if I was her as well. But yeah, I want to hear your reactions, guys. Comment below. Let's support each other. Let's create a community of positivity. No hate, no negativity. Even when we fall, learn to give people second chances and to allow them to get back up. I mean, God gave us a second chance. He gives us many chances. Who are we? Who are we to not give someone else a second chance? But anyway, those are stories for other days. I am deeply disappointed. I'm angry. I am pissed. I'm emotional. I'm really trying to just take it in, you know, and yeah, that's about it. I will see you in the next video. Bye. Take care.